Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at this WorkSharp field sharpener. I've been using this thing for over a year now. Nothing but good things to say except maybe one thing. We're going to hop right into the video, so stay tuned. Before we do that though, please do me a huge favor. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification, that way you know every time I post a video here. I typically do it on Saturdays between noon and 1 Central Time. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe, helps promote the channel and the algorithms, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. So WorkSharp came out with this thing, I don't even know how many years ago. It's their field sharpener. It has a couple different sharpening things on it, sharpening apparatuses, whatever the proper word for that is. We're going to jump into it and talk about a few of them. I have used this thing quite a bit, especially in all my adventures. I just did a month-long trip through the Rockies this summer, and I carried this thing with me everywhere. If a tool got dull or whatever, I would use this to sharpen it. Something I do, it does have this lanyard loop, so I've got some basic 550 paracord if I want to throw this thing in my pocket, or on a carabiner, I can do that. Going over some of the different sharpening options, we have a leather strop up here, which I haven't used all that much. It's useful. I just typically don't use them. You do have a fine diamond stone and a coarse one. I've used these two a lot. I did reprofile a Bowie knife that I found at an antique mall made in like the 1940s. So that was a great help getting that thing back to where it needs to be. You do have a smaller one, so if you have little tiny blades, you've got this little ceramic rod here, so you can see. You do have a larger ceramic rod, and it's cool. As you can see here, you've got fine, coarse, and fish hooks. I have never used the fish hook one. I'd be curious to see how it works though. Maybe we can do a separate video. We've got some grooves in here you can stick the barbs of the hooks. Coarse one's pretty good, especially if you've marred up your blade a lot. We are going to work on this Saviti Sendi. This is my work knife, and I carry it every single day, and this thing is almost dull. We're going to run it on the coarse ceramic stone first, just to show you how you do it. It does have these 20-degree guides on either side on all the different ones except the leather strop. They're useful if you want to use them. It's kind of hard to keep larger blades aligned like that, so I kind of just do my own thing with it. But we'll use them. I'm going to put my thumb on this jimping here and show you what we do. It's better if you set this down on a table or a bench or something, but no matter. I'm just going to run the edge along roughly at a 20-degree angle. So I've got this full flat on here, this Nitro V steel, which I've never sharpened this, so I guess we'll find out together how it's going to be. Just do like so. As you can see, one of the issues I run into is, especially larger knives, unless you sharpen it like real quick, you're running out of real estate. Gotta get right to the end, and there's the end of my edge. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. It's how I do it. Typically not that big of an issue though. Use this knife every day at work, cut open boxes and whatnot in our warehouse. But yeah, run it over there a couple times, probably 5 or 6 times. Swap to the other side. I don't know if you can hear it. That edge is all types messed up right now. Keep roughly a 20-degree angle on there. Yeah, up towards the tip of this guy is pretty messed up. Yeah. See what we're dealing with now. I don't have any paper. I do a paper test. A little bit better. Let's see if I can throw it on the stone here. Maybe get that edge. It looks like it's folded onto itself. I've just been beating the hell out of this thing. But yeah, I'm gonna rest it on that guide, which it's doable. Just angle it on there. Try to do 10 passes over. It's 4 right there. And these things go for, I believe, between 30 and 40 bucks. WorkSharp's probably going on sale right now with the holidays, Cyber Monday and all that good stuff. Lost track of where I was. But, yep. Now do the other side. And then once we finish with this, I'm going to throw it on the fine ceramic rod and see if we can't get it to where it needs to be. Alright, I'm going to turn you guys off and turn you back on once finished with the knife. So I got this Civivi Sandy in Nitro V steel back to where it needed to be. Took about 5 minutes worth of work, not too terrible. I started with the coarse side on the ceramic stone, but I ended up switching to the just fine diamond stone here. A few passes on each side, went back to the ceramic rod, then a few more passes, and overall not too bad. One thing that's kind of funky with this thing, when it comes to the ceramic stones, it doesn't turn 360. So I'm on fine right now, and I'm going to turn, and I get to the coarse, and it won't let me turn anymore. So I have to go all the way back to fine, which not that big of an issue. It takes an extra 2 seconds, but it's a consideration for some people. The leather stop's pretty good. You do need to kind of work it in, so we'll do that now. Love that flip action on the Civivi. But yeah, just glide it along there, get your edge nice and good. Which a lot of times on these nicer knives, if people have them, you just really need to run them over a strop unless you really mar up the edge of the blade. Not too terrible. But yeah, for 35 bucks, you can't beat this thing. It's not the absolute best sharpener in the world, but to have it just with you, that's like, you can't use a tool if it's not with you. And if I'm in the field doing all types of crazy stuff, banging on trees, obviously not with a knife like this, but if I had something like my this is my VPS Adventurer here, I beat this thing to hell and back a time or two, and every single time I just, like right now it's got a pretty good edge, but we'll just slide it on here. And this is a Scandi, so 20-degree edge is probably not the way to go, but I'll just like lay it flat as I can and just get the edge that I want. Kind of have like a secondary bevel on there now from doing it at the 20 degrees. But yeah, this is a larger knife. I believe this is like a 4.8-inch blade, maybe like a 5. Works pretty well. I think I've run, so I just finished deer hunting 2-3 weeks ago, and I ended up getting a nice doe, and I was using this Benchmade Saddle Mountain Skinner, which is S30V. Great knife, but the problem is it dulled out. Just gliding up against the spinal column, whatnot, cutting off back straps and different cuts of meat. And I had to use this thing quite a bit. And I was using the coarse side and then just running down the stone as quick as I could because I was fighting darkness. But I got it back to a great edge. I don't know if I have any paper. I've got this old eagle claw thing here. Works like a charm. So it definitely can handle a bunch of different steel types. I mean, you've got, where did it go? I've got this, that BPS I showed you is in 1066. High carbon steel, not stainless. Looks like stainless steel. It's not, just high carbon. It can handle that very soft steel. I believe it's like 56 to 58 on the Rockwell. This Nitro V, I believe, is around the 60-mile mark. And this Benchmade too. I need to clean that up. I got stuff on there. But yeah, it'll handle a bunch of different stuff. Fixed blades, pocket knives, you name it. And for that $35 price point, like, come on, man, you can't beat that. I have a different one as well. It's just like it just has a ceramic rod on it, and I believe might just be the ceramic rod. And that one does fine, but if you have even more damage to your blade, you're going to want the diamond stones. But yeah, that is the WorkSharp Field Sharpener. I love this thing. Are there probably better ones on the market? Yeah, let me know in the comments if there's one that you would prefer over this WorkSharp. I believe they're made in the US. I could be mistaken. Great little tool though. I definitely recommend it to everyone. Throw a little bit of paracord high vis. You do have the yellow, but throw some orange paracord on here, which is what I need to do. If you do drop this thing out of your pack or something, just retrace your steps and find it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe again. I do ask you guys to do that every single time. Helps me do what I do every single day. And I will see you beautiful people on the next video. Thank you.